Keegan, last question. Not a footwork question, but I'd love to hear your thoughts and pointers about helping middle blockers close the block.
I addressed this a little bit earlier. It probably, again, depends what level you're at. That's not always the ideal. You got to block with what you see. And the pin blocker has a lot of say in that too. If they're misreading and they're sitting out at the antenna and the set is 9 feet inside, your middle closing the block is not where you want to be. So it's really about having everyone making the same read, and hopefully we're all seeing the same thing. And if we're not seeing the same thing, that's a lot easier to address as a coach than it is about, hey, just go close the block because that's what you're supposed to do. It could be, and it looks that way a lot of times. But again, I think the ideal is that we see the correct thing, we block the correct thing. We're all working in unison. And I think that's a lot easier to train. I think it's better to train it that way rather than just blindly closing a block.
Keegan, any final thought there?
Derek, I would just look to see if your athlete is opening her hips so that she can turn and run and be really dynamic. Sometimes when their chests get stuck facing the net, which is pretty common, they don't move very well side to side, and then just they can go a lot farther on their crossover. You know, when you look at the crossover step, they should really be striding out and being dynamic. So just some things to investigate.
I think one more thing I'll add to that, and I just thought of this too when I work clinics. A lot of people are like, "Hey, I don't want my two players colliding." That happens. I mean, that's a part of our game. It's dynamic. It's fast. It's something that happens all the time. If you watch elite middles, they are. Here's your pin blocker. And maybe I'm talking the wrong way because I'm reverse here. Here's your pin blocker. Here's your middle. A lot of times you'll see the middle shoot by the pin blocker like 5 feet and then run back into the play. And so really that concept of them getting moving comfortably together, if we are talking about the close or them seeing it at the same time and closing, then that becomes a much bigger deal of them working on their footwork patterns together. And we do that as well.